All right, welcome back to another fantastic episode of Grab Bag.
Grab bag.
Grab Bag, that's what it is.
I knew I loved this.
I looked at these records and was like, now what do we call these?
Well, the folks out there have no idea that we're in Dizzy's garage, and
I call it the vault. The vault.
the vault, and you know that down here in this vault, it is not insulated, and the outside temperatures are about freezing, and here it's a couple degrees above that, and we act like, oh, I'm just perfectly comfortable.
I suggested doing it outside, but
Yeah.
we'll see. Anyway, so here's a grab bag, and let's start out. First, I'm starting out with some Levon Helm. Levon Helm, he was in the band, and here's another one by Levon Helm. And I think both of these, this one was produced by Duck Dunn, but Steve Cropper, I believe, is on both of these. And this RCO All Stars that Levon Helm was heading at that point was actually the beginnings of the Blues Brothers, because they were performing in New York when the Blues Brothers decided to, we need to get Steve Cropper in here, and he's in New York, Paul probably knew him or whatever, and they were playing. So he was Levon Helm, and the RCO All Stars was kind of the impetus for that. Those musicians being there. I mean, if you look here, I didn't know I was going to see this on the inside, but you got Booker T. Jones, Mac Rebenak, also known as Dr. John. I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses, so I can't see drums. But drums would be Levon Helm, right? Oh, that's cracking me up. I'm sorry. It looks like it says Paul Butterfield on the harmonica. I mean, there's no slouches here. Fred, I can't read his last name, on guitar. You got Duck Dunn on bass. You've got Alan Rubin on trumpet, right? And these Lou Marini, Blue Lou, right? From the Blues Brothers. Tom Malone on trombone. I mean, this is just all of them. Howard Johnson, and I can't read. I want Steve Cropper, but I'm trying to look at this guy's name and I'm just not getting it. Sorry, not enough light down here, but I'll let you look at it and you can check them all out and maybe you can read some of those names.
Well, I think Leon Helm had a recording studio in his house, and that's the house that they're showing us on the cover here.
Nice. Well, I wonder if that was up in Woodstock or where that was.
But, yeah, it was Woodstock. Sure, it was. Sure.
Okay. All right. So I just thought that was ultra cool, and Levon Helm, if you want to get into some Levon Helm that's a little different from the band, here you go, and check it out. Next up, Hermits. Now this was
what a swap there.
Woo! Go from one place to another.
Wow.
But that's a grab bag, right? You're just going to see one thing and then see something else. They were huge in our house. They weren't as huge as the Beatles, but they were up there because my other brother, the professor, was had a ukulele and then got a guitar and was actually got an electric guitar at one point and was in a band that later
Soul Survivors
later became Spaz, I think, with Dave Cortopassi.
Well, that was actually the name of the song, the Spaz.
Okay. Well, anyway, Peter Noone, he still tours around, and
it was just a few years ago that I saw him at a casino.
I think I was with you, and it was a little more than a few years ago.
Was it?
It was. It was more like about 8 years ago, maybe. But he's coming around. He's always seems to be coming around, and he puts on a great show. He has a lot of charisma still, and
he looks very young for his age.
And his guitarist will be dancing, like Freddie and the Dreamers, and just they're having fun up there,
Yeah.
you know. And
Well, it's
yeah,
fun music anyway.
Yeah, this is introducing the Herman's Hermits with I'm Into Something Good, which was another great one. Hold On is another one that you know, was a bit of a hit for him. And I got Herman's Hermits on tour. And last but one of my favorites, I mean, we were always requesting, my sister and I always were requesting Mrs. Brown, You've Got a Lovely Daughter. That tune, just for whatever reason, we just liked it. And we're
Yeah,
always
that's a
asking to
good
play it.
tune. I won't take any backseat on that one. That's good.
How about the Henry VIII, I Am, I Am?
A little bit small, Sue.
Okay, well, anyway.
That is because it has all those sudden stops.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think because when we were listening to it, I was 5. And so that kind of stuff was something I could hear on the radio.
You were accessible at 5, yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm into that. So this one's not as big a stretch here. They didn't have as many hits, but Bo Donaldson and the Haywards, they were, you know, a poppy little band. And they had Billy Don't Be a Hero, and that became a hit, which, you know, I found Paper Late had done that. Paper Lace,
yeah.
Paper Lace had done that in England, but it didn't become a hit here, or not much of a hit here. And Bo Donaldson and whoever picks out his music for him grabbed it and did make a hit out of it, and they did quite well with that. And they had something else that they did that was written by the guys from Jigsaw, which is they did Sky High, but they had written something for these guys as well. So you know, he had a couple of little minor hits. Another artist that, you know, took forever. This guy, right? I mean,
Who is the guy?
it is John Hyatt. John Hyatt. Now he wrote for Bonnie Raitt. He had some big hits. He's one of those guys like Elvis Costello that you kind of go, you know, the voice, or Tom Waits, the voice. But, you know, somebody else covers his tune. I think of Tom Waits with Rod Stewart coming Lonely Train or Lonesome Train, something like that. And did quite well with it, had a big hit with it. And same thing with John Hyatt. And he had about 15 years or 15 records that he put out that just didn't cut it. I think this is his 3rd record. But, you know, great songwriter, always was writing great tunes. He just didn't get there. And then on this one, John Hyatt, 2-Bit Monster, also still wasn't making it. This was like the one that was like, okay, we're dropping you. So he had like 15 records out and they dropped him from the label. Well, he went with somebody else and bam, you know, he had some moderate success. And of course, his songs were covered by others and had even more success because of that. Because he was the guy writing the songs, right? And you wanted to hear his take on it. So John Hyatt, one to check out. Here's a group that we've talked about before. Both Dizzy and I enjoyed Dan Hicks and the Hot Licks. And
Did you see him? I did see him.
I did get to see him at a Bumbershoot, I believe.
Oh, okay.
It was much later. I didn't see him until probably 2005 or something like that. But you know, I had picked up some of his records. It always a hard one for me to categorize. You know, it's like, is it blues? Is it jazz? Is it? And it's quirky. It's quirky. It's fun. And some a little bluegrass, sure, but
Old timey could be
old timey even there, yeah. Had some female vocals that were also interesting.
They dressed like they were back in you know, the early 50s, 40s, whatever, you know, and they carried it off real well.
Yeah, but I even remember them doing like something from Andy Summers and Robert Fripp's record, or was it just Andy Summers' record? I Advanced Mask, and they did I something myself. I fool myself. I can't think of it right now. You guys will. But
Well, That's for Gunnar Wisdom.
I
The
might put it down below.
Rock
We'll see.
Encyclopedia.
Yeah. So we got Dan Hicks and the Hot Licks. I'm not so familiar with this record, but you can see a little bit on the back there how they dressed, like he said, kind of like they went to a thrift shop and were buying country clothing and things like that. But a fun band. So if you see one of their records, there's another one, Last Train Clarksville. Is that right? Last Train to Hicksville. Sorry. No, I knew that wasn't quite right when I said it.
Well, don't forget what Dan Hicks had for a song title. How can I forget you when you won't go away?
See, you had a bunch of those. It happened one bite. The story can now be told. So humor, just a melting pot of cultures, musicians, and good times. So put your tongue in your cheek once in a while and enjoy some Dan Hicks. And I really have a deep thing here of Dan Hicks. But anyway,
Wow, that's quite extensive. I didn't,
yeah.
got a few records there I hadn't ever seen.
This one, he looks like an old, Tex Ritter kind of a character or something, that's like from an old Western. But it works. It works. Okay, now for a big switch. Buddy Holly and a rock and roll collection. I don't have a lot of Buddy Holly. I enjoy Buddy Holly. I mean, a Greatest Hits collection's a good way to get to know an artist. And he's got some great things. I mean, there's a reason they talk about him so much. You got those artists that keep coming up year after year after year. And, there's other guys that have kind of dipped their toe into Buddy Holly's music. I know Crenshaw did something.
Marshall
Crenshaw. And others that have either covered his music or did a song like his, with the Crickets. And here's an early Buddy Holly, the Buddy Holly Story. And I believe that's on his label, Corral. So, Peggy Sue, It's Raining in My Heart, early in the morning, every day, rave on. That'll Be the Day. Oh Boy. So great tunes, a lot of fun. So that's our grab bag for.
That's a good grab bag.
You enjoyed that one?
I liked it.
I didn't hear you talk a whole lot during this one, but it's okay.
Well, it's lunchtime, and when it's
Oh,
lunchtime,
oh.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it can happen.
Yeah, I
It can
started
happen.
thinking about bologna sandwiches.
I've always said
Yeah, bologna sandwiches with peanut butter and jelly on top.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know there's anybody else that liked it that way.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, I like it.
And then
I like it.
grill
Bologna
it,
with-
grill it.
Oh, that's a whole new thing. I've always liked peanut butter and bologna, and my wife's always just looked at me and like, oh, no, this is wrong.
But she doesn't have any good taste
No,
anyway.
no.
Look who she picked for a husband. No, we shouldn't have gone there.
Ouch.
Ouch.
All right, Champ out.
Dizzy out. Hey, thanks a lot. We'll see you soon, I hope.
All right.